I don't know if you know this, but Valve is actually in quite a bit of a predicament right now because turns out the Karens found out a way to actually go after what they considered adult-rated content or more mature games, and it was by going after the payment processors. Similar to what they did years ago when they were canceling a lot of those people on the right by going after their banks and stuff like that and shutting off, and banks were now refusing service to people who were more of the right-wing, like political commentary people. Well, they're doing it to Valve now. It's interesting how, again, back then when we say you really shouldn't do this, and now all of a sudden everybody's favorite gaming platform to go play on, even though they've actually destroyed physical media more than anybody else, is under fire. Valve confirms pressure from banks and card companies is to blame for the storefront axing adult Steam games. Loss of payment methods would prevent customers from being able to purchase other titles. This is over on Games Radar and by Anna Koselk. Don't know how to say that name. Get a better last name. Following reports that adult-only games were being targeted by Valve due to issues with payment processors, the company behind Steam has issued a statement on the matter. Okay, now here's where I'm at when it comes to some of these adult-only games. I'm not particularly a fan of them. Don't really think that they should be necessarily made or marketed out there. However, the slipper, I'm not going to say the N-word. I will also not say the N-word. However, the slippery slope is a thing here, and this is what worries me. Just a couple of days ago, it was reported that Steam is cracking down on games that violate the rules and standards of payment processors. We're talking MasterCard, Visa, PayPal, people like that. Valve has expanded on the situation in a new press release to multiple sources, including Gaming on Linux and Rock Paper Shotgun. We were recently notified that certain games on Steam may violate the rules and standards set forth by our payment processors and their related card networks and banks, it writes. As a result, we are retiring those games from being sold on the Steam store because loss of payment methods would prevent customers from being able to purchase other titles and game content on Steam, explains Valve. We are directly notifying developers of these games and issuing app credits should they have another game they'd like to distribute on Steam in the future. Many games have already been affected by the pressure from the payment processors. So some Karens got together, went and said, we don't like these games. And instead of going to Steam and saying anything to Steam, because Steam has traditionally told these people to go F themselves, they went to the payment processors and said, and I was actually watching videos about this earlier today, that these games were in fact illegal and showed illegal explicit content. Even though a lot of the games that were taken down, I won't say all, I haven't checked the list myself, but from what I am to understand from channels that I kind of trust, they were games that were perfectly legal. Yes, they were risque. Yes, they were adult. Yes, they were definitely something not for kids, but they were removed from the Steam store based off of a false accusation from claims made from some unholy, uncunted Karens. And honestly, oh, that's definitely going to get this demonetized. Shouldn't have said that word. Honestly, this is what I'm afraid of. Okay. Judging by the information available on SteamDB, over 100 games have been marked as retired from Valve's storefront in just 2 days, many of which are titles with adult-only content. Some were taken down from the platform literally minutes ago, too. So it's evident the situation is ongoing. The removal of the release that violate bank standards is a process rather than a one-off move. Unsurprisingly, PC gamers aren't sure how to feel about it all. You should feel like these banks are stealing your fucking property from you. This is yet one more way they are going to attack your ownership. Since when does a bank get to tell you how to spend your money? Think about it. Why does the bank have power over your spending habits. None of this makes sense. A recent Reddit thread on the matter proves as much, with many expressing confusion. One admits, I don't even understand what issues payment processors have with P games. I won't be saying the word. I have a child in the room. Others point out that many of the retired games thus far featured controversial S themes and terms like not saying that. As of now, though, there's no telling how many developers will be affected by the Steam removals. Actually, I will say this. That one word here is actually illegal in multiple states. So that right there, based under state law, could actually be an illegal game. Okay. As of now, though, there's no telling how many developers will be affected by the Steam removals. But if the last couple of days are anything to go by, it'll probably be a lot. Imagine these Karens winning this and then trying to go after something, say, like Grand Theft Auto 6. The Karens versus Rockstar. Yet again, because they've been doing it since Grand Theft Auto 1 and now finally Grand Theft Auto 6. I told the so-called PC Master Race Fulls for going full hog on Steam way back in 2010. They said I was overreacting, said we could always fall back on console. Well, I've been proven right, MFers. Yeah, you have. The only way to actually do it correctly is what GOG is doing. Good Games, GOG, local download without DRM. When you download the day one patch of the game, it's on your hard drive. As long as you store that on that hard drive, you own that piece of software until the hard drive degrades. Again, this is yet another attack on our ownership. And I don't even, I'm kind of glad, yeah, maybe we should get games like that taken down. As a society, maybe we should put less stuff like that out in the world. But what concerns me is that you just steal from people who purchased it. This is not good. Theft is not good. Pretty sure payment processors face liability if they use to purchase illegal things. If the games have actual illegal content, then they shouldn't face liability. Then we have a backwards-ass society. All their contract is I hold your money, and when you swipe the card and say, you're going to send it there, you're the decision maker. All I do is hold your money. Maybe we should stop going towards a digital, cashless society and just solve all these problems by going back to being a cash society. How about that? My extremist is showing tonight, guys. I'm sorry. It's possible. It's not an excuse, but it's a possible explanation. I get that it's a possible explanation because everybody is worried about getting sued, and honestly, frivolous lawsuits are radically destroying the freedom to just live your fucking life. Online Karens, cancellation attempts, firing you because you don't have the right opinion, ostracizing you from groups and communities because, you're just not the right type of nerd. You said fucking. It's funny. This is something that we really, really, really need to fight against. And this is one thing that I think is so incredibly important and so terrifying for where it could head. And we really, really need to try to avoid stuff like this. It should be our job to protect our rights because the government's not going to do it. And I'm going to be honest, getting the government involved in our rights more and more every single day because of how much people are taking advantage of us It's terrifying, but we have to do it. It was brought up earlier, the Stop Killing Games initiative. I think that that's an absolutely incredible initiative. I don't like the fact that government's going to have to get involved more, especially the European Union. But God bless it, maybe we actually have ownership over the things that we purchase.